Well, good morning. Happy Sacred Soul Sunday, my dears. A very special, a very special morning it is because it's a brand new morning, right? It's a fresh start. It's a new beginning. We could go on and just kind of describe what uh, possibilities there are in a new day. And hopefully you all had a pretty good sleep, if not a great sleep. But if it wasn't a great sleep, then you still got your rest. And so it's easier to let go now and just go into your happy place. That happy place that kind of you're building a fort. You're a little kid and you're building a nice fort, your favorite little fort. You bring all your little toys in there, and nobody else needs to come in there, and that kind of thing. That's your soul seed. Your soul seed. We could call it a soul seed. It's been with you since the beginning of you. Your soul seed, and especially when you became a human, or when you became the rocks and the flowers, and then the animals, and then the human. That you've had this soul seed in you. And what's beautiful, they've discovered seeds in the ground for thousands of years, at least hundreds of years, and they sprouted them, and they sprouted them after all those years just being buried underneath the earth. So who's to say that this isn't a morning that we sprout? That's a soul seed. That something goes off within us, right? That is not of the normal human way to think or to feel or to go about things. That we totally are engaged in something that is fresh, like the new day. And I have something to read about the just this what I'm talking about, just to put us in the mood for our Sacred Soul Sunday. Hello, Lori. Hello, Cami. Lisa and Jim Clark, thank you so much for coming on. Tara and Todd, thank you so much. Yeah, each of you add just the right, if we're cooking up a little meal, each of you are adding a perfect little spice or a perfect little ingredient. So it's just like, whew, the ultimate, the ultimate divine food that we get to share together. But listen, just close your eyes and let's just think of this soul seed that is going to sprout within us. Sooner or later, you know that. And it's been sprouting ever since you got interested in the truth, right? And it's been and making helping you have changes that you never could have had if you didn't just realize that it was your time to know your soul, to know yourself, to get to know what is going on really in the reality, right? So listen, everybody, just enjoy this. Each sunrise brings a fresh start. Though the past may whisper, the dawn, this breaking dawn, this beautiful dawn of today, sings new possibilities. Today is unwritten and brimming with hope, free of mistakes, rich with insight, and full of dreams, like wings unfurling in the morning light, little soul wings unfurling in this morning's light. Moments, moments. We talked about how powerful the present moment is, that dazzling radiance in each present moment, right? That unborn freshness in every single moment. Moments wait for us today to unfold, ready to lift us above yesterday's weight. A new day arrives quietly. A new day arrives quietly, wrapped in soft light. Wow, even Todd's not out in the light today. Yeah, but you can imagine that we all are wrapped in the soft light and the silent promise that this day brings, as if gifting us wings of renewal. Today reminds us that no matter the struggles we faced, life reveals its eternal tapestry of second chances. an eternal tapestry of second chances. We could say times many, 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 many times, right? Chances. We're given not just more time, but the freedom to breathe. Ah, and we love breath, don't we? We love breath as this constant remembrance of who we are. Every breath. We have the freedom to breathe, my dears, to shift perspective, my dears, to rise, my dears, and to begin again. So let's use our quiet minds and our devotional hearts and our soul guidance and this will of ours to just witness this gift of breath coming in. But it's got a special flavor today. It's got a special nuance today. There's something about this soul seed today that seems to me is really, really ready to sprout. And for each of us, in each of our own ways, or we should say the way of the soul, in the soul's way. So we don't have to kind of think, well, what is it? Or expect something or want it to be a certain way. We just sit back in this little quiet corner while the earth moves in space and while people get ready to do their Sunday thing and the animals are running about or in their hunting mode or they're in their little doggy beds, right? And all this is going on. But what matters to us is this super awareness that your soul seed is, this super awareness, super soul awareness that you just are aware. You're aware of everything we've said already. It came in, and you were aware of it. The words, maybe some thoughts tickled tickled that part of you that enjoys these positive statements, these soul remembrances. And then here we are once again celebrating the breath as a constant remembrance of what awaits us on the inside of us. Remember, you have 7 chakras in the yogic tradition that are made of divine light and divine consciousness. Each one slightly different. A divine consciousness in each one of those 7. As Yogananda said, if you want to get to know God, get inside your spine. Get inside your spine. So today we're going to climb up this spine, so to speak, spend a little time. I'll share a little inspiration for each one of these chakras, and you can just, again, let it be, but not wanting it to be a certain way. Just let it unfold, right? Let this radiance of each present moment just do its healing on you and do its magic on you. So in the first chakra, let's do visualize a sacred fire of constant remembrance, constant awareness, constant devotion for that soul of ours. And let's make that soul the so-called archetype in this first chakra, the coccyx center, our soul. That soul seed since the beginning of us. And there's no end to us. That soul just merges with the spirit. The goal of yoga, union with spirit. And we'll know that we have never been apart from it and never been apart from the spirit. So enjoy this meeting and greeting with your soul self, with the sacred fire of the remembrance of who you are and whose you are. And we'll spend a few quiet moments reveling in what I like to say as a practice in this first chakra is called fearless faith. Fearless faith. Fearless faith as we breathe the breath of our soul. We are in the Muladhara chakra at the root. As our little soul sprouts the deep experience, giving you the deep experience of fearless faith. And let's move up to the second chakra of divine consciousness, where we have as an archetype the cosmic mother, the divine mother in her womb of creation and beyond. And our practice is total trust in her pronoia, that everything conspires to give us the best life conceivable, a life of soul awakening amidst the duality dream delusion. So let's just be a little soul baby in the arms of the mother as your soul seed sprouts a little more, then feeling the love, the compassion, the tenderness of the Divine Mother with every breath. She has you enwrapped in her cosmic arms. As your little soul seed sprouts with the gift from her of total trust in every detail of your life, while embodied in this 3D HD. She's got you. This is the Savastana Center. And we don't leave. We can't ever leave her arms, even to move up to the Manipura chakra, the power center, the fire center, the Arjuna center, where we have as an archetype Lord Krishna and Arjuna in his chariot with his hands on the reins of self control, driving the chariot, while Krishna, as his guru, blesses him with the power of love. That love conquers all. So let's imbibe the sprouting soul seed giving us the gift. Right here, right now, we are loving whatever's up within us. Whatever is up in this world. We are sending love from our power center. It's happening through you. You don't need to do anything. The love is pouring out of that Manipura chakra. Whatever comes into your mind, whatever comes as a feeling, whatever comes as a sensation, automatically gets filled with that divine unconditional love. If you think of the world gets filled with that love. You think of a problem, that problem gets filled with the love. Love conquers all. Manipura chakra. And this Manipura is more of the love that's emanating out and in. But now, as we move to the Anahata, the heart center, it's all about the into me, I see intimacy with the archetype, the one spirit heart beloved, the one beloved of all our hearts, our first love. Since the beginning of time, the only one who's always been mine. It's my first love. Now I'm first in line to give God all that I am because you're my first love. Unto pure devotion, devote yourself. As the breath comes in, she loves me. As my breath goes out, I love my first love more. As the breath comes in, he loves me. As the breath goes out, I love God more. Divine intimacy in the Antahata, the temple of divine love making. With the one beloved. Let's move up to the cervical center, where the masters of peace, silence, stillness await us in deep interiorization of our consciousness. As our soul seed sprouts and gives us the blessings of inner peace, of perfect stillness and silence, perfect calm, so calm that we can never be perturbed, never can react. We're so at peace. In this Vishuddhi chakra at our cervical center, where the masters await in the ethers to give us special protection, special care in this turbulent life on planet Earth. And then we move up to the medulla oblongata part of the ajna center, the sixth chakra, where we start hearing intuitively and feeling intuitively the omnipresent music of the spheres, the sound of Om, and this cosmic energy pouring through the medulla oblongata right now, giving us the fountain of youth. An archetype is the Holy Comforter, the Holy Spirit. As we practice inner peace that surpasseth all understanding. And look up to your spiritual eye point, the other part of the sixth chakra, the ajna, the spiritual eye, the light of the Christos was our archetype at the spiritual eye point, the Christ consciousness. We have Holy Spirit at the medulla, and the other part of the ajna is the light. The medulla is the word of God, the Om. Spiritual eye is the light of God, the Christos, Christ consciousness, the joy that activates God consciousness in creation, the Son of God, the Christ, the Christos in us. As that soul sprout gives you the blessing of being submerged in the eternal light, which permeates every particle of your being, which permeates everything. We're living in the light. We're living in the light. We're living in the light is our blessing today from our sprouting soul. And then we have Creator, the Sahasrara chakra, and a crown chakra. Heavenly Father, it's our archetype. Or the nectar, unwritten, 1,000 petals in the Sahasrara chakra of nectar. And so we drink of this nectar, the God consciousness, the God consciousness, the cosmic consciousness. Ask and you shall receive is our gift. Ask for something now from the Father of joy, the Father of creation. Knock, and the door shall open for you. Divine consciousness, God consciousness is our seventh chakra. And the cherry on top, which I believe is beyond chakra, the spirit bliss, unmanifest, beyond everything, the supreme absolute. Say it's the eighth chakra, but to me it's beyond all chakra. And as Yogananda says in his poem Samadhi, the end of that poem Samadhi, we could call this step Samadhi as well. There's not even a step beyond. But he says in his poem at the end, gone forever, fitful flickering shadows of mortal memory, gone forever, fitful flickering shadows of mortal memory. Spotless is my mental sky, above, beneath, on the left, on the right. Eternity and I, one united ray. Eternity and I, one united ray. A tiny bubble of laughter. I am become the sea of mirth itself. To our soul seed special gift here is freedom. Freedom from what? Ourselves. As a human doer, as a human thinker, as a human that wants to do human things. We're free now. We're free to be who God keeps telling us we are. An infinite being, one with the absolute supreme spirit. And so it is, with an exclamation point. So shall it ever be! Exclamation point. And so be it! Exclamation point. Aho! Well, thank you for your focus, everybody. Thank you for your heart's attention as we climb the ladder of the chakras this morning. Just as a little preview, if you ever wonder, well, what should I concentrate on? They say practice the presence of God throughout the day. Well, you just have something here in this little meditation this morning that I have to be honest with you is my practice over many, many, many years. But it's up to you to decide how much divinity you can practice in a single day without getting too involved in your human stuff and your human desires. So that is the dream, you know. That's the dream for us. If we're going to dream, we're going to dream of what I call yoga fantasy, which is this what we did, really, really just tuned into the reality of who we really are on the deepest parts of ourselves, you know. Yeah, I call it yoga fantasy, and uh, and that's what we want to practice. That's what we want to practice in the hours that we have been accustomed to be human, right? And you have a little meditation in the morning, then you're human for who knows how many hours till you have your second meditation, if you have your second meditation later that day. But there's too much human time. Hey, Laurie. Hey, Laurie. Thank you for that. Yeah, yeah. There's too much time still spent in the old conditioning, don't you think? And so every time we replace it with one of these kind of mystical ideas, which is reality, we have a big boost. And I'd like to say, because today we're talking about the soul seed that has been planted in us since the beginning of us, you know. But as I mentioned, there's thousands of times that people have found seeds that have been buried underneath the earth for hundreds and hundreds of years, and then they sprout them. So this was kind of a little sprout session today. But it's not the market sprouts. It's your soul seed sprouts. Yeah. And anyway, thank you for joining Tara and Lori and Cami and Jill. Oh, what a blessing to have Jill with us. And I'd like to I just have a few things more. I know it's Soul Talk morning, but I don't want to take your precious Sunday and be talking more. But I do have a few things to share because we do say that we're having a little soul talk, a little soul talk. All right. There's some more reminders, if you don't mind, reminders that fill up your beingness to the brim, so it's overflowing, so there's no more humanness. It's just like it empties out all the humanness as we practice beingness, if that makes any sense to you, right? And then we go about as divine beings today. How's that? How's that? Boy, I hope your family gets you somehow. Your relatives, in-laws. I hope they can see you. I hope you can see you. Well, at least you got this tribe that sees you. We see you. Yeah. So, but it might get a little strange for them because what I'm going to read you now is something that I was texting to my younger sister who came some years after me. I'm second in the family, and I put this post up there, uh, and and by mistake I put it on her on the text to her. I had to write her back. Said nope, that was for me. Sorry, because you might not have understood it. And this is what it is. This is the called the truth of our being. And who are you? Who are you beyond your name? That could be a little much for people, that just hear coming from the blue. Okay, so I want to read this to you, the truth of our being. This is going to be no new news for you, though, my dears, but I can't get enough of this stuff to keep programming. One of these days, there'll be a breakthrough in my conditioning, right? Like all of you, the soul is going to keep sprouting on us. So we never know when we're going to have an insight. Probably you guys get insights more than you think you do. Yeah, be celebratory on those, on your insights. Any little flicker of something that just moves your energy to another level, maybe more peace or something, or enthusiasm for something you've been putting off, right? And all of a sudden you're enthused to do it with the right attitude, do it out of love and something like that. So all that we need to celebrate and celebrate and celebrate because we'll get more of what we focus on, right? You've heard that. So who are you beyond name and form? But this is a kind of an interesting post because the first thing they say is do not answer this with thought. Do not answer that with thought. Who are you? Do not answer this with thought. Who are you beyond name and form? Do not answer this with thought. Do not turn to your memory, belief, or imagination as we ask you, who are you? All right. Let all names fall away. Let every description be set aside. Let even the idea of you. You mean me? I added that. No, let even the idea of you be suspended for a moment, just for a fleeting moment. Tara, you're goddess beyond thought. Okay? Yeah. And if you're gonna have a thought, have that thought. I'm a goddess. Period. I don't want to hear anybody else comment. I'm not gonna make a comment on that. But that's if you're gonna have a comment, that's the kind of comment you want to have. I'm a goddess, for heaven's sakes. Right? I'm a divine being. So let even the idea of you be suspended for just a moment. Now, what remains? What remains if we did that? We didn't answer with a thought. We didn't turn to our memory, our belief, or imagination. We let all names fall. I don't have a name. There's no description. I not have any description of myself. Let every description be set aside. The idea of me suspend for a moment, just a moment. Now, what remains? What remains? That's a good question. What remains? Now, what remains? I'll let you just maybe even close your eyes for a moment. What remains? If all that is put aside. It's like Raman is saying, if you want to get rid of your thoughts, focus on those thoughts. Focus on your mind. Focus on your mind. It's the same kind of thing. Focus on your mind, you won't be thinking unless you think your mind's equated with thinking. But what remains for you, my dears? A whole another meditation, right? On top of a meditation. It's the I am presence for me right now, if I should say, which is the first chakra, which I said it is the soul. But me, I am presence is my soul, or my soul is the I am presence. But this has some more info to share with us. So I ask you what remains? What is here before your history? What sees before anything is seen? What sees before the next thing you see? You are not your name that was given. You are not your form that is changing. You are not your thoughts. They come and go. You are not your roles. Mom, dad, whatever your work is or service in this world is. All of that, begin and end. All of these appear. All of these appear that we just mentioned. Thoughts come and go, your roles, begin and end. They're not your form that's changing. All of these appear within something that does not appear. All of these appear within something that does not appear. That's all, maybe this mind stuff, my dears. It's all the stuff that we tried to set aside a minute ago. It's what we think appears. But maybe something does not appear. That does not change. That cannot be described. But it's never absent from us. It's I am. The God spark. The soul seed. It's never gone away since the beginning of me. And the end will be one with spirit. Never apart have we ever been. But just a little bit more. It says, look directly. Look directly, my dears. Look directly. Not with effort, though. Not with seeking, though. Simply notice what is aware. Let me ask you this, Lynn Adams. What is aware of every experience? Simply notice what is aware of every one of your experiences, my dear. Who could this and what could this be that is aware of every experience I have had and will have in a human form? But I've been untouched by every single one of those experiences. I've been untouched. But if I have been touched, it's me again. It's the thoughts. It's my reactions. It's my ego edging God out. And then I take that as me. But I've been untouched by all of my experiences, my dear. That is who we are. That which is untouched, unchangeable, not making effort. Doesn't need to, it already is. Seeking, it doesn't need to seek, it already is. That is who we are. And that, who we are, does not belong to us. Haha. You might think, what? If we just said that's who we are, but it doesn't belong to us, and then this line, why? Because it's you. You don't belong to you. It is you. Belonging means that you weren't ever you. Belonging to something. It is you. It does not belong to you. It's you. But not the you think you are. Here's our you. Never born. I was never born. I will never end. I need no defense, no enhancement, no approval. This isn't even a conclusion. This is not a belief. It's not even a higher version of myself. It is the absence of self as an object. Wow. Maybe we just see people as objects now. in this world of ours. Or even see ourselves as an object, a dysfunctional object, a broken object that always needs fixing or needs something that we didn't even know what we need. It's the absence of a self as an object. You are not even a person having awareness. Why? Having means that you don't have it. You're trying to get something. You are not even a person having awareness. You are awareness. Hey, we've been talking a lot about that, my dear. A lot, a lot. You are awareness not as a concept, not even as a practice, but as the unchanging fact. And this was our stream yesterday. But the unchanging fact of every moment. We are the spirit soul, unchanging and aware of every radiant moment, is what we talked about yesterday. Every moment is fresh, unborn, radiating spirit. So finally it says, now that they've described this pretty good, I think, stay with this. Stay with this. My dear, stay with today's stream as long as you can. Stay with any type of inspiration you may have at any time, as long as you can. Remember, this delusion that we're in, this 3DHD, is a disruptor, it's a trickster. It is absolutely a master at distracting you and me. So stay with that good stuff that we have been sharing, that somehow you're resonating with, or you wouldn't be here. Stay with this, but stay with it not to find something. Stay with this to see and finally get what has never, ever left you in the first place. Wow. So that's what I sent my little sister this morning, that whole thing here. And then I saw that I did that. I made a mistake. I was sending it to myself for our meditation this morning. And I wrote her back and I deleted it and said, oops, I said, I don't think it wasn't meant for you, but maybe she did read it, and maybe you know how God works. Maybe it was perfect. Maybe she'll get back to me and say, wow, Tommy, that was something else. Anyway. All right, Todd, thanks for hanging. I don't know who else hung in here. Tara may have, Lori may have, Cammie may have. I didn't get to say my goodbyes if you left. Oh, you hang around, Lori. Wow. Wow. But I don't even know if it's Lori. No name. And Cammie too. I know it seems like it's Cammie, but man, you're something much more. Even that you can't even describe. You can't even describe it. So this is crazy stuff, isn't it? It's better than getting high on something that isn't real, right? I think it's better. I think it kind of makes me laugh and just kind of not take it so serious, right? If I am all that truth and I'm bashing myself about something, I'm scared of something, I'm hesitant about something, I'm procrastinating about something. What is that? Oh, my sister, my older sister, Lisa, just said, I love that you sent it to the right person. Good one, Lisa. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, kids, did you enjoy today's today? Yeah. Yeah. Something special. Just this morning, just when I was meditating, that's what came to me. And I just said, oh yeah, it's going to be our meditation today. Going through those steps. Now listen, if some of you ever want some private time with me, that's what I teach. That's my whole coaching program, has been distilled over 50 something years, distilled to what you heard this morning and how to apply those practices. Yeah. So just so you to know, that's just the little info commercial that slipped in. Yeah. But it's good stuff, huh? Don't you think? You have a little lighter feel in you today. Little lighter, like really lighter. Yeah. You can, if you have any words to say, I have my audio on, so if you have anything to say, but anyway, what a morning. Thank you, my dears. I appreciate you all so much. And what does that say? Love, love, love there, Lori. Yeah. That's it. That's that. Okay. That we can pinpoint now. We can say that's who you are. Well, it's written all over you. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, there it is. That says it all. You too, Lynn Adams. Yeah, you got that look on your face, the face of yeah, yeah, I get this. I get this. That smile too says it all. Todd, you just sit back as a maestro, man, as a maestro of yourself. Yeah, and the master of yourself. And Tara, you're the goddess. So what else can we say about that? All right. We'll see you mañana.
All right.
Oh,
Cheers.
cheers, brother. Cheers, Tara. Bye, Lynn. Bye, Lori. Love you. Love is all. Nice. That's beautiful. All right. I'm pretty high. So let's stay high. I have a little saying, stay high. Don't ever let yourself down. Stay high. Don't ever let yourself down. Yeah. All right. Should we do our a little closing? We love, we care, and we share. And boy, do you all share. I can feel the emanations of your energy right now coming through all the way to Peachtree City, Georgia, of all places. Yeah. All right, my dears. Much love. Woohoo. I may be broadcasting from Costa Rica for a little while. My wife and I have been planning. Her daughter lives there with her grandson. And we're going to go out for a visit, and we may stay a little while. We're bringing my two doodles too. I'm trying to get them on the plane as service dogs. Yeah.
We
Anyway,
go with you?
yeah, we're
Yeah,
trying.
yeah, can we come?
Can we come too?
Absolutely. I'll be streaming from there. So I'll be maybe streaming and where to give you views, but not to get distracted by the views. But yeah. But anyway, yeah. So it might be a few days where Ashley gives a meditation, maybe Chris from the network, Mighty Networks. But yeah, I'll be online as soon as I can be online once I'm there. Yeah. So yeah, and I'm not going anywhere. I ain't going anywhere. That's another thing. We don't go anywhere. That's even that guy that wrote them. Oh, what is his name? Oh, I have the perfect quote. Before you go, here, this is to show you that I'm not going anywhere. Let me give you one more quote, my dears. Hang in there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is Ernest Hemingway. He's quite a man, although he didn't end well. But who knows? You can't ever figure that out. He says you can't get away from yourself by moving from one place to another. In other words, he said the distance you put between places doesn't change the distance you have to travel inside. No passport, no plane ticket, no new city can fix what must be faced within. Growth isn't on a map. It's in the moments you finally meet yourself. Isn't that pretty good, huh? Ernest Hemingway. Yeah. He had a spiritual side that was big. Yeah. Just didn't end up that well. But that's a judgment, so I'm not saying it didn't end up well. I've done research on near-death experiences, and many of them were suicides and unbelievable experiences in the inner worlds. Unbelievable. When we go over, by the way, first thing that happens, we have angels that just come and know what a time that we had on planet Earth. So we get loved up crazily. First thing when your soul goes across, you get loved up. Doesn't no judgment about what you did, how you got there, all that stuff. No, no. Love comes first on the other side. And then when they show you the movie, of our life, where you see every detail of your movie of your life, that even then God is or Divine Mother is just holding you and mantling you, and you're seeing it from her eyes. You're seeing it from God's eyes, your movie. So you don't even have to go, oh my God, that's when I did that. Oh God, people go, I don't want to see my movie. But no, God, Divine Mother is giving you her love to see that it was all love. So it's a pretty good stuff, what we can't lose. We can't lose here, my dears, even though it seems like we can, we cannot. We cannot lose. It's all a win-win. This is that pronoia, that second chakra, that Divine Mother is always, 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 always got our back. She got our back on this side of the veil and on the other side of the veil. So breathe, big breath. It's all good. All is well. What does that say in my wall? It's always well with my soul. Yeah, right there behind me there. It's always well with my soul. All right. I could spend the whole rest of eternity with all of you, and I will be. So we have lots of time together, eternity full. So enjoy the rest of your day, my dears. I ain't going nowhere, and either are
Thank you,
you.
Tom.
All right.
Feel we feel the presence all the time. We feel your presence and the divine presence, and I love that.
Takes one to know one. You can
Yeah.
feel it because you are one. That's why you can feel the presence, because you're in the presence. Yeah, whatever you spot, when they say that in AA, if you spot it, you got it.
I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. Spot it, you got it, man. So cool. All right.
Thank you. Much love.
Osprey.
Thank you.
Namaste.
You have a beautiful day, all you
You,
too.
yeah,
Yes.
you
You
too, Todd. Thanks for hanging in here, buddy. Appreciate it. All right. Love y'all.
are wonderful. Have a wonderful day. Love you.
Love you more than ever.